Hi everyone, my name is Zsófi. I'm from Hungary and I'm here to present our little country, Hungary. Let's get started with a geography lesson. Hungary is located in Central Europe. Some people think it belongs to Eastern Europe because the cultural characteristics of the countries are very similar due to our past, but Hungary, amongst some other countries, do belong to Central Europe, so there it is, inside the red circle. It is surrounded by the Carpathian Mountains, which you can see right there, and the Alps do reach out to the borders of the country as well. We have two main rivers flowing through our country. One of them is the river Danube, and the other one is the river Tisza. And also the largest body of water in our country is the Lake Balaton, which you all know by now. Yesterday there was a saying said by one of the teachers that Lake Balaton, I don't know what is happening with the presentation, so sorry for that. The technicals are not on my side. So she said that the Balaton is the sea of Hungary, and that's because our country is landlocked, so it's surrounded by other countries, and it has no shore. It's not bordered by any sea or ocean. And our neighbors are Slovakia from up north, Ukraine, Romania, Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia, and Austria. Some pieces of information about our language. Hungary's official language, it's fine, is Hungarian, of course, and it belongs to the Uralic languages, which you can see, excuse me, right here. It's very different from the Indo-European languages because Hungarians come from the Ural Mountains, which are somewhere here. So we do have a very different language from the others, and there we can see Slavic languages, Romance languages, I forgot the name, but it's fine. So like German and languages like that, and Hungary stands out with the purple color because it's very different from any other languages and language families at all. And an interesting information is that the Uralic languages separated into Finno-Ugric languages and another one which I can't read from here, but it's fine. And the Finno-Ugric languages also separated into the Finnic languages and Ugric languages. So the Finnish and the Hungarian languages are related. Okay, so the capital. Hungary's capital is Budapest. Somewhere in the 19th century, I don't remember exactly the date, don't tell my history teacher, three cities, Budapest and Óbuda, were united into one city. Pest is Pest. The other side of the river Danube is Buda, and Óbuda is actually one of the 23 districts of Budapest, And what is so amazing about this city is that there's a wide range of architectural styles that can be found throughout the city. And there are approximately 7 bridges that cross the river Danube. There's more actually, but they are most like utility bridges, so they aren't as impressive as the architectural masterpieces like Chain Bridge. And I don't know if you have heard about Sziget Festival, which is also held annually in Budapest. So let's go sightseeing. Okay. So in Hungary there are tons of castles because we had like a system of castles throughout the borders of the country. Here are some examples. For example, the castle of Eger, where you can still see the walls of the castle. And it was renovated and it can be visited. There are a lot of great museums and exhibitions there. There's also the castle of Gyula, castle of Balatonmariafürdő, which is very special because there's a walkway right here. And it's very scary to walk on. Also the castle of Visegrad, which is more like a citadel, but it's very beautiful. I haven't been there, but they say it's beautiful, so I believe them. And also the castle of Dregei, which is more like a ruin. They haven't renovated it, and I don't think that they ever will, but it's beautiful. So let's get going. There's a lot of churches in Hungary, as we are a Christian country. One of the most outstanding buildings is my English is not functioning right now, is the Primatial Basilica of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary and Saint Adalbert in Esztergom. The 4 pictures in the corners were taken by me. So it's I'm not a very talented photographer, but thank you. So it's a neoclassical building, and it sits on the riverbank of the river Danube, and the other side of the river is actually Slovakia. So I think it's very beautiful. Next one is St. Stephen's Basilica in Budapest, which is a very famous building in Budapest and in also in Hungary. And right there in the corner you can see a hand, and that's the hand of St. Stephen, the first king of Hungary. And his hand is housed in this building in a mummified state. So let's go to the natures and the miracles we have in Hungary. That's the tarn of Magyar Mountain near Sárospatak. They used to mine some kind of stones in here, but they abandoned it and it was filled with water, and it's beautiful. It's in the woods. It is the salt hills of Egerszalók, and it's actually not made of salt. It's the deposit from limestone that's dissolved in water, and there's a thermal spring near the bath that you can see there, and it deposits there, and it's very beautiful. That's a cave. Dripstone cave. That's the Balatonmariafürdő cave system, which extends the borders of Hungary and goes into Slovakia as well. and some of the bridges of Budapest. That's the Széchenyi Chain Bridge that I already mentioned here. Its name comes from Earl Széchenyi, who initiated the construction of this bridge. Next up we have the Liberty Bridge, which is the shortest bridge of Budapest, and it actually has a nickname, which is the Eiffel Tower of Pest, and for a very tragic reason, which I won't tell right now, but I think you can imagine it. And the third one is Rákóczi Bridge, which is not as impressive as the other ones, but it's more of a utility bridge, so crosses and, trains and trams cross it, but I think it looks cool and it looks very futuristic, so I thought it would be worth mentioning it. Next up we have the village of Hollókő, which still holds the traditions of the old Hungarian folklore. You can see the little white houses, of course the castle, because it's Hungary, and there's a tradition that around Easter people would dress up in traditional Hungarian clothing, and they would do this amazing tradition of spilling water on girls. Why not? Next up we have the region of Hortobágy. Resembles pastoral farming that has been present in Hungary for a long time. You can see a shaduf in the center, and these are, that's a rangeman, and that's the most iconic building of this area, which is the nine-arched bridge. I thought that the city of Sopron would be worth mentioning also because it has the title of Civitas Fidelissima, which means the most loyal city, because after the Trianon Treaty, areas of Hungary were taken away from us, and Sopron was lying right on the new border between Austria and Hungary, and a referendum was held amongst the locals, and they would vote in favor of continuing being with Hungary, so that's why they deserve this title. We're almost at the end. We have the Hungarian Parliament building, which I think is one of the most beautiful parliament buildings in the world, and actually official pages do state that it is the most beautiful parliament building in Europe and in the world, and it actually was elected as the 6th most beautiful building in the world. And I think it's very interesting that all the Hungarian coronation jewels, the Holy Crown, the sword, the orb, and I forgot the name, it's fine, are housed in the Dome Hall of the Parliament. And it's also interesting that it has two wings, a northern and a south wing, and one of the wings have red carpeting around it, and the other one has blue, because the Hungary had a bicameral legislature system, and they were separated by colors. But now we have unicameral legislature system, so they don't use only just one wing of the building. And we have the National Theatre of Budapest here, which I thought would be interesting to show because there is a fountain in front of the building and a little statue, and if you photograph it from a certain angle, it looks like it's floating on a boat. So I think it looks very pretty. And the last one is a little bit of a fun touch, because there, throughout Budapest, there are these little statues hidden basically everywhere, and it's a very fun activity trying to find all of them. And that's all. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so hi guys, my name is Abigail and we are going to present the inventions of Hungarian inventors. Let's start with the Rubik's Cube. It was made by Ernő Rubik in 1944, and Ernő Rubik, sorry, he is still alive and he just turned 80 this July. And there are two world records. Actually, one of them is made by human. He is an American boy, and his name is Max Park. And his record is 3.13 seconds. And there is a world record by a machine, actually, which was made by engineers in Massachusetts. And it is 0.305 seconds, which is the fastest of, Rubik's Cube. The next is ballpoint pen. It was made by György Bíró. That's why it's actually called Biro in English. And it was made in 1938, 25th of April. And it was made by another Hungarian inventor. His name is Imre Gellert. But the actual first, when it was made in factory by bigger numbers, it was by Biro and Meine, and it was made in Argentina. Oh, okay, thanks.
So, hi guys, I'm Spencer, and I will present to you the safety matches. The safety matches are a great invention in my opinion, because it was important for the future of chemistry and all of the science. These matches are noiseless and explosion proof, so it will not explode in your hands, which is great. It was made in the 19th century, in 1836, and an exciting fact is that one of his professor's failed experiments made him think about that idea.
And a little interesting, there was a civil war in England because of safety matches. That's all.
Let's talk about the computer. You know the computer can run the League of Legends. It wouldn't be possible if that man doesn't invent the 1 and the 0 system. That system does that you have a color, the red. It thinks it is 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 0. And there are lots of little code, and it is easier the computer can process it, because it is does like there's power and there is no power, and that's the whole sense of the computers. And the vitamin C. Raise your hands if you have taken vitamin C in your life. Raise it, come on. Okay. And you know the positive effects on your body. But I don't know if you know that the Hungarian inventor, Szent-Györgyi Albert, could produce it from paprika in a great mass, so that they could run experiments on that. Thank you for your attention.